Welcome to the Note to Self podcast. I'm your host, Zoe. I'm a certified professional life coach, serial entrepreneur, verified YouTuber, and published author. On this podcast, you can expect actionable tips, reflections, and inspiration to live your best, most fulfilling life. So, let's get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Note to Self. Today's Note to Self is your next step towards financial freedom. So, I'm super excited to talk about this today because I have officially, well, not quite officially, you guys are getting like the pre-notice that I'm launching my new signature course, the Digital Nomad Academy. So, this is a 6-month program of everything that I have learned about being a laptop entrepreneur, digital nomad, and scaling my business to multiple six figures in the last 6 years to create a life that I absolutely love and continue to create every single day. So, if that excites you, I'm going to be dropping the program page down below so you guys can check it out. And I'll leave the cart open if you are interested. So, you'll actually get a first chance on the early bird special. This program is going to be huge. There's over 27 modules. There's modules dropping each week over the next 6 months. This is going to be a big. So, if you are listening to this episode looking for your next step towards financial freedom, I highly recommend checking out the link below to the Digital Nomad Academy. But let's get into it. Your next step towards financial freedom. I would say that one of the next steps is what you're doing right now. Listening to content that resonates and inspires you and ignites that activation inside that's like, yes, I'm going there, right? Because I bet you clicked onto this being curious, and that's where you want to be. You don't want to be in judgment or an inhibited place. You want to be in that space of openness, of looking for solutions, of looking for next steps, of looking for the pathway that excites you. So you're already doing it. And with that, I want to say you're in the perfect place at the perfect time. And listening to this podcast, for me personally, I am very much creating my next level life, my next level wealth, my next level success. So you're in my vibration and you're receiving this transmission. And that in itself is another next step. So it's all happening for you, is what I'm here to tell you, is that you're in the perfect place at the perfect time. And it's all actually unfolding. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do, following those curiosities, following the nudges, and simply just following what feels good. So, in my program, the Digital Nomad Academy, I really sort of identified the different levels of people who desire to work for themselves and create income online and become location independent. So I've split this up into 4 different categories. So I would love it if you listen to this and just identify where you are at and then where you would like to be. Because as soon as you know and acknowledge where you are, that's perfect, because with that acceptance, you could then choose differently. You can choose, well, I know where I'm going. I actually know what my goals are. I actually have a bit more clarity on what my next step is and what I'm creating for myself. So listen closely, because I've identified these as 4 different colors, right? 4 different zones, if you will. So first of all is red. So I've identified being in the red zone. And I feel like red sort of has like a negative connotation to it, but it just sort of means, to me, identified red as like, um, you're stopped, if you will, right? Like you haven't quite clicked go yet, but you're curious and you're excited about it. So the definition of the red zone: you're presently working for someone else and not feeling satisfied. You have a desire for more freedom in your life and schedule. You are curious about being an entrepreneur and know there is another way to life, one filled with more freedom. You have not yet explored making money online, but the idea sounds enticing. And your present online income is thus $0, which is perfect, right? Because you found yourself in that curiosity mode. And now I'm going to move on to orange. So in the orange zone, you're presently planning your out from working for someone else, or presently work remotely and or have already established an additional source of income online. For example, this could be Etsy or some type of influencing. You've explored opportunities and are ready to generate more online income. So someone in the orange zone would be making anywhere from $0 monthly to around 500, right? You've opened yourself up to a new potential channel, but you're ready to take it to the next level. And the next level is the yellow zone. In the yellow zone, you work for yourself, but you are ready to take it to the next level and establish financial stability and ease in your business endeavors. You either have the lifestyle you desire. For example, you might be living abroad, or you might be location independent, but you've not solidified a stable foundation in finances, or you have the foundation of trusted earnings, but not the lifestyle you desire. So, for example, you might be working harder, but not smarter, and you just desire more freedom. So, the online income generated from the yellow zone is anywhere from $2,000 to $9,000 per month. So, again, you've got things going on, you've got channels open, and you have money to be able to like live and work either remotely or for yourself. This is how much income you're generating. But like I said, you are living the lifestyle you desire, but you don't have a solidified, stable foundation, as in the money feels like how am I going to make that money the next month? How am I going to make that money 6 months from now? How am I going to keep this going? Right. So it's questioning sort of the structure or the stability or the security of your financial foundation. Or, for example, you trust your earnings. You've got a steady income flowing to you. Let's say that Etsy business is blowing up, but you don't have the lifestyle you desire. So, for example, you're working harder, but you're not necessarily smarter. You're desiring more freedom, or you're desiring to live somewhere else. So, again, the online income for the yellow category, the yellow zone, is $2,000 to $9,000. And in the green zone, so in the green zone, you officially made it to the 5-figure category, as your energetic minimum of monthly earnings is $10,000 or more. So an energetic minimum of finances is like the amount or energy of money that you can't imagine making less of, right? And that's a great place to be, because from that place in the green zone, you're playing the game of incremental increase with your earnings, and you're continuously leaning into larger numbers, right? So this is speaking to that online income generated. You desire more passive income streams and reoccurring payment strategies as you start to lean into scaling. So again, the green zone is where your energetic minimum of online earnings is $10,000 or more, right? So you're in that 5-figure category, but you desire to expand, right? As I said, incrementally increase, continuously up level, and create additional streams of passive income or different payment structure opportunities from, like, let's say, clients or in your business that will allow you to feel more ease, more flow, and just play the game of making more money. So, inside the Digital Nomad Academy, this is a part of the foundation is identifying where you're at and then where you want to go, right? So while you were listening to those definitions, red, orange, yellow, and green in the zones, where are you at right now? Because if you found yourself someone, let's say, in the red, and you're like, wow, it would just be so cool to be at orange, like making $500 monthly, right? Perhaps if you have roommates, maybe $500 is your portion of the rent. Or even yellow, right? Where you're making $2,000 to $9,000 per month. And I really want to hit it home, you guys, that it doesn't have to be hard. And that's really why I wanted to create the Digital Nomad Academy for people, because I know how it feels. I know how it feels to be stuck in a corporate job or working for someone else and just totally not feeling like you're living out your potential. But like seeing other people do it, like knowing that it's possible, and just desiring the path to be made clear, right? Those stepping stones to drop into place, right? Because once you start playing this game, right, the green zone is inevitable for you, right? That place where you're making a minimum of $10,000 per month, and you continuously lean into more and more up levels for yourself. And wherever you're at, like let's say if you're in the red zone right now, the green zone might sound so big, but I promise you, it's not that big. And once you start to understand some of the concepts, and once you start to build a solid foundation, like I said, the green is inevitable and it becomes very easy. And then you get to that place where it's just fun, right? Money starts to become fun and you stop taking it personally and you just get excited about the growth of your business and your personal expansion. So, I hope that this episode inspired you guys. And like I said, I'm going to leave the link for the Digital Nomad Academy down below, because it's not fully announced as being live yet, but you podcast listeners are are my faves. So, well, actually, everyone's my favorite who takes the time to listen to my content or support me anyway. But yeah, just so you know, you've got full access to the early bird special right now, which is $500 off the program. So I hope this video inspired you on your next step towards financial freedom. Remember, you're in the perfect place at the perfect time, and I'll be chatting with you again very soon. Lots of love. Thank you for listening to Note to Self. If you enjoyed this episode, please help me out by rating and reviewing this show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If my energy is resonating with you and you feel the call to work with me, there are an abundance of ways to do so. I offer one-to-one life coaching programs, mastermind containers, and DIY courses, all of which are available through my website, zoearielpoulsen.com. Until next time, take note of all the abundance that surrounds you as you make the most of this game called life.